Everybody, welcome back to my platform. Those of you that are returning and those of you that are new, welcome to my platform. My name is Astraea Love, and I am going to be doing, I am the Psychic Tarot Angel Oracle. First of all, I'm going to be doing a reading for you guys today. So I hope everybody has had a good day. Please know that my readings are timeless, which means whenever you get to this reading, there's going to be messages in here for you. Just a little update. I've removed my financial details from the description box below, so I will not be able to take personal questions on this channel until YouTube decides to, it's doing its evaluation process of this platform to see for monetization, and then I can receive super chats and I can answer your guys' personal questions. So please do not spam the chat with your question. Okay, know that if you're coming into this reading, most likely it's going to get answered for you. All right. You will gain something. I suggest that you watch all of the readings on both platforms. I have this platform and I have another platform called Astraea Love, ASTRAEALOVE. Okay. So check that one out. If you have personal questions, go to that. When I tap the notification bell, subscribe. When I'm on that platform, that would be a perfect time to come on and ask your question, okay? Until we get this platform to where we need it to be. And then when we do, we will throw a little celebration, okay? And I'll answer some free questions probably, and I'll give out some decks. I'll do something really awesome. All right. So if you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome. Please like this video, tap the notification bell, make sure you're subscribed. All of that stuff really helps this platform thrive and stay alive. Okay, so we are calling upon the Most High God and the Holy Spirit. We are calling upon our higher self, our higher power, the divine realm, our soul, and we're calling upon everything that is within our spiritual team of highest light and resonance, including Jesus Christ, the ascended masters, the saints, and all that is good, righteous, holy, and true. We're asking that all of that put a protective shield around us. First of all, we just want to say, God, thank you for everything that you do, and thank you for everything that you've done. Please continue to uncloak this platform so that people can see it. Please continue to get this content to where people can have access to it. Please continue to prosper us, thrive us, and allow us to continue on in our divine life purpose. I just want to say all glory, honor, worship, and praise goes to my higher self, your higher self, the Most High God. Thank you, thank you, thank you, infinity. And I love you, I love you, I love you. And thank you. Okay, amen. So by watching my readings, you are agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself, and with any of the information being channeled. Please be on your best behavior because the Most High God is watching and the Holy Spirit is listening. By watching my readings, you're agreeing to not attack, bully, or persecute me for my calling. This contract includes also not bullying anybody in the comment or anybody in the chats. Everybody is allowed to have their own perspective here, but what's not allowed is religious condemning and religious bullying, okay? Or condemning of any type. That's not what we're here to do, and it goes against the Bible in itself. And there's nothing in the Bible about tarot cards because they never existed when the Bible was written, so I don't want to hear it. And thank you guys for being kind and compassionate and loving and caring and respectful. Okay, so before we get into the reading, we are going to talk about the two books that are linked in the description box below. The first one is The Truth of God. It's an advanced intuitive living workbook, and this book is life-changing. You will see me throughout the reading use the techniques from this book. So when I'm using the God technique, I'm rising above whatever is going on so that I can get above it, because if I can get above it vibrationally, if you take any problem that you have and you go into connecting with God, that problem will dissipate because God's energy is so much more powerful. It's unconditional love, joy, compassion, and peace. And so this book will teach you so much. You are not everyone and everything's higher self is God. You are not a spark of God. You are not a child of God. You are not like a God. You are not a God, one of many. You are not going to be God someday. You are God now, having this experience. You guys will have many lifetimes and never come across this information. This is like a major bone that I'm throwing you guys. I don't get paid to promote this. I'm like legit. I want to share the consciousness and share the knowledge and share the ability. And so I got it. I've always had abilities, but I didn't have a genuine connection with my higher self growing up. I didn't know about a higher self, first of all. So my life before these techniques, total and utter chaos. And I'm glad that I have abilities because that gave me an upper hand, but I didn't always make the best choices. Okay, so this book goes into so many other things. The joy versus anger technique is extremely important. Anytime an issue happens, I rise above it with the God technique. Then I use the joy versus anger technique, and that's a yes and no answering system built on clairsentience, which is clear feeling. And then that way I am asking questions with my higher self, getting an immediate response back so that I'm not having to say a prayer and wait for a sign in nature. That for me, that takes too long. When I have to make in the moment decisions, I can't just be doing that. So, and everybody's higher self is like an all knowing energy. When it works on clairsentience, that's the gift that everybody has. It's like a gut feeling. So you develop that and you've basically developed your intuition. Then when I have something that comes up that doesn't make me feel good, I do the mind technique, which means I am searching and locating all of the thoughts and beliefs that I have that created that experience. And then I am clearing them and getting rid of them. Okay. So that I don't keep drawing in the same experience over and over again. And so that I can become aware of what I'm creating. And so that I can disengage in beliefs that do not serve my highest and best good. And then there's the 1 to 10 ratio. This book will teach you how to clear your energy, but there's the 1 to 10 ratio, 1 being the lowest compatible, 10 being the highest. And I'll see where this book will teach you how to get to compatibility. Then you can ask more questions or allow your other abilities to fill in the answers. But yeah, this book even has a chapter about being thrown a bone. It teaches you how to meditate. It teaches you how to ground your energy, teaches you how to do everything that you need to do to take control of your own creation and your own reality. There's even a preemptive strike technique where you go through all of your storylines and belief systems that are not serving you so that you can clear them and get rid of them. Okay, so that your future can change. The second book that we are going to talk about is Vassago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells. And this is the book that I've written, but I didn't write it by myself. I wrote it with the help of God and Vassago. Now, Vassago is an Ars Goetia spirit that King Solomon worked with. However, when King Solomon worked with Vassago, Vassago was just a spirit of divination, seeing past, present, and future, and that's basically it. And so the tarot had not been invented yet at that point. So Vassago was not of great importance to King Solomon. It was important enough to write his name down, but as far as anything else with working with Vassago, King Solomon didn't really care because this was not an entity that was going to get things done for him. But anyways, so yeah, he came to me as a spirit guide because I didn't have anybody to teach me how to read cards. I didn't even start using cards. I started with just talking with people face to face. Then I started using pieces of paper and I would take notes and I would give them the notes and we would go over what's going on. Then I ended up working with cards, but it was oracle cards first. And then I got to tarot cards, but it wasn't the original Rider-Waite. See, if you learned the original Rider-Waite, which I have this exact deck in the description box below, plus it's got the descriptions on the cards, you can go to any other specialty deck like Santa Muerte Tarot, any other Goddess Tarot, any other type of tarot deck. And you'll know when they give you an abstract picture for what the card is, you will know what the card means because you know the original. So every other type of tarot comes off of the original. Now why this is so important is because while you having a human life, you will go through experiencing every single card in the deck. Okay. And this is how it maps human consciousness, past, present, and future, because it represents states of human consciousness. So you can divide the tarot into two sections. The major arcana cards is what I've written Vassago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells on. There is a tarot card spread for each of the major arcana cards, which are the major transitions like the Last Judgment, the Death, the Lovers, the Sun, the Moon, the Hierophant, the High Priestess, the Emperor, the Empress. I'm gonna read from one today, but we're going to read from the Magician. The Magician. So those are the major transitions. Okay. So in this book, this is a book that you can use over and over again to help yourself manifest and integrate the major arcana energies of the major arcana cards, like the Magician, the High Priestess. And again, I use this word spell very loosely because this is a book with God and the Holy Spirit. It starts off with a prayer that's much longer than the one I do at the beginning of this reading. And then it starts off with an initiation with Vassago, so that you can connect to Vassago and gain, the same type of insight that I gave, but for yourself, obviously. Okay. And so, yeah, then there's the prayer. And then it goes into a 14 zodiac tarot card spread where you will take the entire Rider-Waite. You'll shuffle the deck. Then you'll pull one card for each position, and you'll see what the card says, and you'll read what the position says. And it'll give you information on what to do next. The zodiac tarot card spread, you pull 2 cards for each position. One is your south node, the other is your north node. And then it gives you information on how to step into your north node. Your south node is your ego, your north node is your destiny, just to let you know in the birth chart. So it helps you to step into your destiny, to connect with your destiny. And again, I have added 2 extra zodiac signs that I thought should have been included, which are Cetus, which is March 21st to March 29th. And then Ophiuchus, which is November 29th to just, let me see. November 29th to December 18th. And then the Psychic Zodiac Tarot Card Spell helps you connect with your destiny. Then it goes into the major arcana. So I'm just going to go straight to the Magician. And I'm going to read from that. Okay. Wow, there's a lot of, and in this book will teach you how to read cards for yourself and for others. It's superior to all other tarot books because it's got this extra knowledge and insight. Okay. So you pull 1 card for each position. I'm going to read position 4. The Path of the Alchemist. This card position shows how well you transmutate the energies that flow into your life. The card that you pull for this position will reveal how well you can ground heavy energy and transform it into useful energy. If you are a natural alchemist, that may come through the card that you pull for this position. Position 6 is the Path of the Seer, the Psychic, and the Reader. If you have psychic skills and want to put them to use, this card position is for you. This position will reveal to you clues into what psychic gifts come through your bloodline. Pay attention to your thoughts and visions that come through the card for this spot. If you pull the Star or the High Priestess card for this position, it will be a double confirmation that that being a psychic reader is compatible for you. Position 6 is the Path of the Shaman. Shamanism is a form of using the energies of nature to heal and transform the soul. This card will reveal if you have any shamanic connections. If you pull the Hierophant card for this position, it will be a double confirmation. You can divine whether shamanism is the right path or not by finding out the yes or no answer to the tarot card pulled for this position. Okay. And then there's a whole bunch of other positions, but I'm not going to read every single one of them. That would just give it away. And then the tarot card spell for that is to manifest your own magic. And the Lover's tarot card spell is to draw love into your life. The Justice is to create justice. The Hangman is to sacrifice things that are no longer serving you. Then in the back of the book, I have a compendium of knowledge. If you were to pull more than one of the major arcana cards out next to each other, I would take the first one that is pulled out, go to the back of book, and then read what it says, see what it says, and yeah. So let's see here. I'm going to go straight to the Magician. I'm like going the wrong way. Okay. So I won't read all of it, but I'll read a little bit. If you pull the Magician with the Hermit tarot card, it means that your magic comes from within. If you pull the Magician in the reverse, it means that you have someone who is practicing black magic on you. Either a witch or warlock practices black magic. is attacking you or someone in the collective. If you pull the Magicians with the Temperance Tarot card, it means that you can use your own power and magic to balance out your own energy. There is no need for outside help. If you pull the Magician with the Moon, it means that there's moon magic being done. If you pull the Magician and the Moon in the reverse, it means that someone is using moon magic on you. If you pull the Magician with the Death Tarot card, it means that someone is practicing death magic sorcery. And it just keeps going on and on and on, you guys, but you get the gist. Check this book out if you want to learn to read cards for yourself and others. Vassago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells is a guide you can use continuously. You can use it two ways. You can either start from the beginning and go all the way to the end, or you can go via, like, let's say you have a friend that has a love issue. You could go straight to the Lover's Tarot Card Spread. Let's say you want to know about money. You could go straight to the Wheel of Fortune. Or if you want to know about yourself, you go straight to the Emperor, the Empress. Or the High Priestess, or if you want to know about your star traits and abilities, you could go straight to the star. So you can use the book however you want, but it is for your highest and best good, and it will help you. For those of you that, do want to expand your abilities and want to tap into spirit and want to see the future and understand more about yourself, that book is definitely going to help you. It will help you find whatever magical path is the best, whatever spiritual path is the best. And it is a tool. You use a tool until you don't need it. I never had anything to teach me how to do any of this. So I've literally, I didn't go to learn to read cards from anybody. I have family members that read cards. Obviously, it runs in the family. But I've never taken whatever they've said into consideration like that. So anyways, the links to those books and that deck is in the description box below. We are going to work with the Cosmos Oracle cards because I just want to see what's going on cosmically, like why there is so much emotional upset and chaos. Somebody is tripping out because you are being seen, you're being noticed, you're still moving forward. They thought that you were going to be trapped in darkness forever. You know who you are. You're literally stepping into your own power. And I feel like even the people that don't like you, those people are going to be compelled to literally accept you. Even the ones that are yeah, they say whatever about you. I'm telling you, people just have not realized how important you are to a bigger picture yet. But they will. It's part of the process. Everybody's learning. None of us are perfect. Not yet. I mean, our higher selves are, but we as people, I don't claim to be perfect. I don't know if I'll ever be perfect. I know my higher self, God, is perfect, though, and unchanging and wonderful and miraculous. All right, let's cut the deck in half and see what we got. Prospect. The future is bright. Keep moving forward. Prospect. Interesting. Okay, so you could be a prospect to somebody. They could be viewing you in that lens. So you're being told to keep moving forward. Continue to shine bright. I think a prospect, that could be if you're in football, if you're in any type of competition or any type of art, you're being seen as somebody that, you have something worthwhile. Torment. What the hell? Stay optimistic, endure the suffering. This could be because you are a prospect that you are going through this. If you're going through torment, I am so sorry, you guys. I love you so much. Cancel and rebuke that energy and search for the light within. Whatever suffering this is that you're going through, you're going to make it out on the other side. And then what is anybody going to do to you? After you've already survived their bullshit, confirmation. Just clearing that out of here. But yeah. Let's get the likes up, you guys, please and thank you. So look, the thing is that somebody wants to hide you. They don't want you being seen. They don't want people to know you. They don't. Okay, oh, we understand this person's mentality. They're being tormented by you being a prospect, by you being something that people would desire, want, or even to be around or to know. Something is tormenting somebody. And if you're being tormented, you might want to ask why. What is going on? Erupt. Express your feelings. Explode your energy. This could be the feeling that you have, like that you're just about to erupt on someone or on something because this torment is so unnecessary. I mean, I guess it's necessary for you to grow and evolve, but and the way that I see it, you being triggered is only for your highest and best good so that you can heal whatever comes forward to be a trigger. So don't blame the person that triggers you. Don't even blame the trigger. Look at that as an opportunity to heal. And if anything does erupt within you or on the outside of you, which could be the chaos that's going in the world around us and all the fear and all of that, just be aware that like you have the power to tap into nature and to tap into something which is God, that is more than what these people have access to. Like anybody else, like you have the power within you. You can take whatever issue you have and go straight into God's source energy with that issue, and that issue will disappear because it's not real. Anything that's not in alignment with unconditional love, joy, compassion, and peace is not in alignment with God, your higher self, and so it's not real. It's part of the matrix. So again, you don't have to be stuck. You don't need to feel stuck. I understand feeling stuck, but the reality is that you don't have to be stuck. Also, if you're having bad dreams, you need to like examine what's going on in the dreams and then look at it from a higher perspective. Okay. I know that sometimes when we're dreaming, we are dreaming and we're not aware that we're dreaming, but when you can be aware, just observe your surroundings and be like, what is going on here? And if it does feel like it's another life, know that for whatever reason you're connected to it, you're experiencing it, so it's got something to do in common with this life. And so try to do your best to work through whatever it is. Whatever this darkness is that's surrounding you, I would be like, I shine my light to every corner of darkness. Flip side, another perspective of the sun. I shine my light to every part. And the flip side is you being able to see a flip side. It's like going to give you the ability to release this very heavy emotion that you have, or that you just did have. You being able to see another perspective and seeing that problems are opportunities for change. Okay, they're gateways to transformation. And so they don't have to be looked at like, if you're being tormented, it's for a reason, and it's not because you're to blame. It's because of something that's going on within you. Okay. And if you take it to a higher self, that torment will stop. A lot of people are being tormented because they do not have peace, not in their heart, not in their minds, not in their thoughts, not in their beliefs, not in any type of way. Peace is an abstract thing to them. But you have the ability to tap into nature itself. And once you focus and meditate on nature or go for a walk, everything is fine. Like you're able to bring yourself back to being somewhat neutral. And I wouldn't look at things as good or bad, right or wrong, good or evil. Like that just gets you into traps. Look at it as it's either in alignment with my higher self, God, which is unconditional love, joy, compassion, and peace, and all of the good things of this, and divine timing and everything like that, and divinity, or it's not. It's either in alignment with Jesus's thoughts, which is Christ consciousness, or it's not. And if it's not, I wouldn't devote any time towards it. If you find out that somebody in your life is not in alignment with their higher self, with your higher self, with anything that's good, don't make yourself suffer by staying around that person, even if they're very close to you or they're a family member. Let's say you wake up and realize the person you've been sleeping with is a destroyer of peace and a destroyer of sanity. Sometimes I have been in many abusive relationships. That narcissistic empath relationship, I had that many times with people. And now I understand what it is and how to get out of it and stay out of it. But it caused me to have to go within and work on my wounds. And I have shit that is like really fucking bad, okay, to work through. Like, I really do. I may look like I'm okay, but some of the times I have had to go through some serious shit spiritually and in real life. And so I'm not saying my life is any worse than anybody else's, but you know, understanding where other people are coming from is a blessing, because then you get another perspective of the situation, so you don't get stuck in torment. Torment is it's an unnecessary energy, but it occurs when movement in another direction needs to happen, and it's a trap. It really is a trap. You could be tormented by your own emotions or your own feelings about something, and it could be drawing in experiences that don't feel good for you, putting a wound right in your face. But the only reason that's happening is because your higher self, wants you to get through this, wants you to work on this, wants you to see another perspective, wants you to gain insight and enlightenment. If your higher self didn't want the best for you, your higher self would not bring an issue to you. It would allow you to stay ignorant to whatever's going on. But if something's making you feel uncomfortable, address it head on. Emptiness. I don't feel like you guys are empty, but the other people in the situation, they feel very empty. Keep your goals firm, fill the emptiness. I really feel like whoever you're dealing with is an empty person on the inside. They're also not confident in themselves. I feel like this torment is because of the feeling of emptiness. When you have goals and you have aspirations, when you have, you know, dedication and passion and inspiration and drive and momentum, those are all and love, joy, peace, those are all filling energies that, you know, God can fill any amount of emptiness that is going on. God can fix everything. That is, people always put this expectation on God to not be able to do anything. If you're willing to surrender yourself to your higher self, God will come through and fix everything. Okay? And it will show you what you need to heal from, what you need to release, and wonder, and it'll help you wonder what other perspectives are out there that you could be taking that would be more healthy and in alignment with your mental health and emotional health. That way you're not having emotions build up so that they have to erupt and explode on somebody, which is something I completely understand, because I erupt and explode all of the time, like a freaking volcano eruption all of the time. But I am working on my best to get it under control. Okay. I am working my best. I'm not a perfect person. There are some things that really make me irate, and I'm working on it. And I just love myself no matter what. When you can fill this hole of emptiness within yourself, you don't need outside validation, because you could never be satisfied with outside validation. You could be dealing with people that are wanting you to seek something outside of yourself. Let's get the likes up, you guys, please. And thank you. Challenge. These people, they are being challenged. They feel like, you know, be brave enough to accept all challenges. Know that every challenge, like I said, every difficulty, every adversity, every challenge is an opportunity for you to grow, transform, and evolve and become someone greater. That's all it is. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. A challenge is not to be looked at like a punishment. A challenge is causing you to evolve. And if we don't evolve on our own, then challenges will come our way. If we don't work on the issues that are erupting within us, then they will start to erupt on the outside of us, which will look like war. It will look like missiles. It will look like bombs. It will look like volcanic eruption. It will look like natural disasters. If we don't take care of that interdimensional self that we have, that's connected to everything, the chaos within us that's going on will manifest on the outside of us. And that's why the outside is a mirror for the inside, and vice versa. And so if we can address head on and bring God into every part of ourselves, every part of our mind, every part of our body, every part of our soul, every part of everything that we are. When we do that, we are making the biggest change. We are doing the actual work. You've had billions of lifetimes, but have you ever realized that your higher self is God? Probably not. This is the once in a lifetime information. And because it will cause so much enlightenment, so much awareness and evolution and activation. This person is confused as to why you're not being challenged. Like they want you to be in confusion about your purpose, but it says calmly analyze and clarify your thoughts. I would be like, all thoughts that are not mine, I ask that higher self come through and clear and get rid of. And then the ones that are mine, I ask that higher self come through and get rid of. And I would get the truth of God and clear those thoughts and beliefs. Anything that's counteracting or causing cloudiness or clogged energy, whatever it is that's drawing in these types of experiences into your reality, I would be working on healing, releasing, and clearing that, and bringing an ending to it, a complete ending, and not going back, not throwing something in the garbage, then going back and grabbing garbage out of the trash can and looking at it again. Once you throw it away, it's like when you're on your computer, and when you're on your computer, like literally, and you can take something and you can move that file to the trash. This is what I'm going to do with this person who's, I don't know what they're talking about. I don't know who they're bullying. And I don't know what they're talking about. Give me 1 second, you guys. I just have to navigate. Okay. Sorry about that, you guys. I wasn't aware that that person was bullying you guys until just a second ago. So anyways, like I was saying, you know, there may be situations that come to you that trigger you, that make you very upset, just like that person. Wow, for reals. Give me 1 second, you guys. Let me go get whatever that was that fell. Sorry, you guys. Anyways. So I don't even know what I was talking about. Oh, yeah. Well, that person and their energy, whatever they were trying to say to be hurtful, don't take it to heart. And just know that, you know, those people, they have mental problems. They are in religious psychosis. They have mental and emotional problems. They're confused. And again, they're just barking up the wrong tree. And you don't owe these people anything. You don't have to reveal where you are, what you're doing, who you're with, none of that. It's not relevant to these people. It's just not. We're going to get a couple more of the cosmic, and we're going to see break obstacles, break the obstacles, shatter them like a wrecking ball, like Miley Cyrus wrecking ball. Come in like a wrecking ball and break that shit. Break these obstacles, because these obstacles are literally, says nothing can block your light. Nothing can block your light. I'm going to say it again. Nothing can block your light. Anybody that wants to, let them try. Let them try. The worst they're going to do is cause a little bit of effect of something. But other than that, they can't do anything. The power is within you. It doesn't exist within this other person. They're basically powerless. That's why they want to bully you. And they're empty on the inside, and they're lost, and they're challenged, and they're confused, and they have obstacles, and they want you to feel the same way. Potentiality. Invest in your potentiality, your highest and best potential. Let's get the likes up, you guys, please, and thank you. If you could share this content, like this video, hype this video, make sure you're subscribed. All of that stuff really helps you guys. But look, you have very high potential with things. And I feel like somebody, you know, you have great energy. Somebody is like wanting to suck up that energy, and they're not able to. They're tormented because you're a prospect to the universe. Starry wreath, which says a perfect ending, crown oneself. This is like your potential to crown yourself, to put that crown on your head. I mean, God's doing it for you, but literally putting that crown on your head, crown yourself. You're the one that has the potential. Silent, be quiet and alone. Believe in the light within. How many times is it going to say about the light within? Yeah, sometimes you need to just quiet your mind to access that higher part of yourself. And sometimes the mind is just too chattery. Newborn, a great new beginning. You could be having a child. You could be getting ready to have a child. You could be literally being reborn, a brand new beginning. Don't tell people that you are saved, that you have been redeemed. Don't tell people anything. Okay, I'm serious. When you need to figure out, when you have confusion and you need to figure out who this snake is and who the person is that's so wanting to torment you, when you, well, some of you probably already know, but when you need to figure that out, you need to go within, ask God to show you in a dream, a sign, a vision, an angel number, a thought, whatever. Ask your higher self for help and for discernment. Your higher self is always continuously waiting for you to ask for assistance and to ask for intervention. So, you know, to show you who it is, what they're doing, why they're doing it, and what you need to learn from it, and what you need to do, if anything. Okay? Because we do not control other people. We cannot control other people. We cannot mess with people's free will, not without having a very, very bad consequence. And we don't want those consequences. That's F no. And if this person wants you to be out of character, they want you to erupt on everyone, they want you to be toxic, they want you to be what they said you are, because you don't match whatever they said. Abnormal. This is what they said you were, abnormal. Pay attention to the unusual in life. You're being born again. You're going through a rebirth. Be silent about it. Don't share that information, that you've broken through an obstacle, that you're no longer confused, that you're not empty, that you're able to see another side of your situation, that you're not erupting. Don't share that information. Let people think that you're being tormented by them. Let them think whatever the hell they want, okay? It's not your job to clarify what the truth is. The truth will manifest itself, as it always does, and as it always has. All right, now we're going to work with the Rider-Waite Tarot. And yeah, it's not your job to defend yourself in the way that these people want you to. Okay? You being yourself is your self-defense. By you not conforming to whatever this is that they want, that is your self-defense. Also, you know, everything that you're doing is in alignment with your higher self. If it wasn't, it would not feel good and you wouldn't be going towards it. This is why I feel like people just need to respect your peace and respect your space and back off. You're not doing anything to hurt and harm anyone. I don't feel like you're on that type of time or that you have that within your mind at all. So this is why I'm wondering why somebody is so upset about your potential success. I also get that you guys have won something. It just could be just like an energetic war over your own energy. I mean, when you're dealing with people that are nonsense people, what do you expect? This is why walking away from people that don't serve your highest and best good is the most important thing to do. And once you do that, you'll have courage to walk away from anyone. 6 of Wands. Oh my gosh. Fame, public recognition, honor, reward, success. You being rewarded for your hard work, you gaining, you being literally taken care of, you having fame. Yeah, somebody is upset because you're looking like a good prospect to the universe, and these people look like what they look like. They are who they are. I mean, there doesn't even need to be anything said about that shit. It is what it is. They are who they are. They chose whatever they chose. Don't look at like challenges as obstacles. Look at them as opportunities to grow and change and to become something more. Okay, 2 of these wanted to come out. Defending yourself. You are defending yourself and standing your ground. This is like the 7 of Swords is when people are competing for your energy and your resources. You literally are on the defensive. You have the advantage and will eventually win. And I feel like there's so much freaking spell work that's been put into motion now to stop you, to stop many people. Okay. And I am serious. We are giving all of that spell work to the Most High God, to our higher self. We're giving it to the highest power. All of it, known and unknown, seen and unseen, every single bit of it, we are giving to the higher self God. We're not touching any of that. We don't need, that is below us. We are now entering into a state of God conscious awareness, Christ conscious awareness, where we are in the energy of compassion and great love that goes beyond what this human world can show us or do for us. We're tapping into something that is eternal and it's limitless, it's timeless, and it is, anytime we try to put a label on God, it's like trying to bind God or describe it. We inaccurately do it because there's no words for the ineffable. It is the ineffable. You are protecting yourself. You have to protect your peace. When other people want to make rules for you or spy on you and watch you and whatever, you have to stand up for yourself and stand up for this fame and public recognition that you're getting. Somebody wants you to be like, oh, I'm a liar and I'm broke and I have all these, somebody wants you to like go into every part of yourself that you feel like is struggling. And again, those were all falsehoods, but this is projection where you're dealing with. Somebody wants you, they're trying to find out if you are believing what they have tried to program you with, and you're not believing it. Page of Swords. These people spend too much time spying and monitoring and being of that energy. Somebody wanted you to think that you're not enough to create a platform. Somebody wanted you to think that you're not good enough to make content. Somebody wanted you to think that you're not good enough to have a good job. Somebody wanted you to think that you're not worthy of a relationship. This is all other people's wants. At some point, you need to make what you want a priority and go to that. And that's what I feel like you're starting to do. And it's taken some time of learning about how people are so that you can strive towards the things that you want and not be investing in what other people are talking about, wanting, or saying. Because if it isn't good for you, why invest in it? This is why you don't have to do anything to anybody. They will destroy themselves. They will self-destruct. That is like literally the energy and time that these people are on. 5 of Cups, much regret, sadness, weeping, crying over spilt milk, shoulda, coulda, woulda. I mean, these people are literally, thank you guys for the likes, please and thank you. These people are watching you to see if you're going to get in a relationship with somebody. Whose business is that? Also, if you are beautiful and young, whose business is that? Like, what is wrong with these people? Somebody wanted you to lose a close friend or a family member, somebody that really supports you, and they're in trouble for that. They should not have tried to take away a family member from you. They should not have tried to separate you from your assistants, separate you from getting help, or separate you from being loved. They should not have done that. I can tell them right now that whatever they're cooking up in their stupid little whatever group or witch's cauldron or whatever, that it's gonna epically backfire. Whatever these people are seeding into is not good. They need to hope for a better future. Also, there is a creative, answer to their problems. I just feel like they don't listen to themselves. This person was told many times to leave you alone, to let you be. Did they listen to that? No. Now they're in deep regret, being disappointed, sad, remorseful, not because of anything that they put you through, but this person is just upset that they're watching you and they're seeing that you're still beautiful, you're still attractive, you're still online, you're still making shit happen, you're still doing whatever this is you love to do, you're still being your authentic self, and nothing that they did changed that. Queen of Swords, because you cut this person off. They hate you because you cut them out. This person hates you. They hate you for whatever reason. After they put these people, no, I don't like them at all. They put you through a bunch of trauma and drama and stress, and then they freaking hate you because you cut them off because they were the problem. You could have been around this person for a long time and had all these problems and bad karma and bad luck and been like, what the hell is this? Then you finally cut this person off because you had enough of their bullshit. And all of a sudden, everything about your life changed. When that happens, you need to take into consideration that you made a major life change and something positive followed it. Sometimes you're on the edge of, can I do this, or can I, or is it not the right time? You need to allow divine time to happen. May not happen when you want it to, but it is going to happen when it's meant to. And you will be so much more happy when it happens when it's meant to, than when you want it to. Okay? Three of Pentacles. You have a whole group of people here, a whole community, a collective, a society. You have a whole lot of people that love you and support you and that need you. Because you are the light in their world. Sometimes we get so absorbed in our own perspective of ourselves, feeling our trauma, dealing with our trauma, feeling unloved and unwanted and all of that. Like that, this is how I know that I still had beliefs with that person that came in and was saying all the stuff that they were saying, like, you're just open to lose everything or whatever. Like, I just know that those are probably beliefs that I've had before. And that person making fun of the grief in my family of, like my parents deleting themselves. That's not funny. It's really not funny. And it does hurt my feelings, but you know what? I'm just going to be the better person and realize that person, this is why it's probably good to not talk about your traumas, because then people can't make fun of you and make jests at it. But again, oh well. Yeah, that person hurt my feelings with what they said. At the end of the day, is it going to change? Is it going to make me not love myself? No, I love myself no matter what. No matter what anybody says, no matter how people make fun of me. And it just goes to show that whoever that was, they know me intimately, not like sexually, because nobody does that, but they know me intimately and in a way that they've either been watching me for a long time or they knew me from my past, and they're just being a two-faced bitch. Or they were the ones that were responsible possibly for sending the energy of self-delete and unalive yourself, that I had to break those generational curses because both of my parents did that and they were sent that energy. And I carry guilt because that energy was sent to them because of me, because of somebody that didn't like me. But I was the only one in the family to overcome it. Two of Swords. These people are blocked. And that person, whatever. I'm just really thankful that I have God. That's all I can say. I really am. Because shit like that, I would never, ever make fun of somebody losing their parents. I would never make fun of somebody being adopted. I would never make fun of somebody going through shit like that. That is not funny. Even if I hated that person, I would never make fun of them being sexually abused. I would never make fun of that. That is not okay. The people that think that it's okay to do that to others, I'll let the universe sort it out. But yeah, you know, I cry out to my dead mother and my dead father, and I hope that they seek justice for what was done. And I just will continue to pray. And this is why I know beyond a sliver of a doubt, I know God is real. I know I have my own experiences of overcoming things that I should have been dead, that I should have been dead at the age of 34. Like, for sure, I should have been dead around there, maybe 32. Seven of Swords. These people have left themselves only one direction that they can go. I always think about that boys group, One Direction, when I say that. But yeah, these people only have one direction. They've blocked themselves off. You know, sometimes it's like I can see literally the spiritual energies around me getting really angry. So you know, that eruption card, that could have been what that person was wanting me to do, was erupt on them. But instead, I'm just going to continue to heal and know that when people come in and they do really, really mean and nasty things like that, I had a belief going on that obviously still having an issue with it, unworked trauma. You can see how all things are relative. So obviously I drew that in. So I just need to release that. And I will, when I have time, like after this reading, I will work on it. But yeah, they wanted me to cry and throw a fit, and these people want you to do the same thing. They want you to put out a lot of energy so that they can soak it up, you know? I will tell you what, though, when these people go through the things that you have been through, the losses, the trauma, the adversity, the challenges, the abuse, the severe abuse, sadistic, I mean, the most severe, like, abuse, mentally and emotionally and psychologically and spiritually, and bullying and all of that. When these people go through what you've been through at that moment, they will not appreciate somebody coming in to throw everything in their face and make fun of how their life went. They won't appreciate it. What they do to you, they won't appreciate someone coming in and doing it to them. But do you know what is going to happen? That exact thing, because these people just did that to you. They did whatever they did to you. There's going to be somebody that comes in and does that to them, and brings up their deepest traumas and embarrassing things and all of that shit, and literally tears them apart. Do you think that person's going to be able to get past it? No, they don't work on healing their own trauma. I'm proud to be a generational curse breaker, you know? I'm proud of that. You should be proud of that too. At the end of the day, no matter what people say to you, they're just words. Knight of Swords. Yes, I've died too, many times. Literally, dead. I shouldn't even be here. Knight of Swords. These people have such aggressive energy. Okay. These people wanted to send the military after you. For what? Dude, the extraterrestrials will tear the military up. The ones that watch over you, they're not nice. Extraterrestrials. Not to be rude. Everybody has different types of spirit guides. Yours, they're scary. They're the ones that are written out, it talked about in mythology and folklore that put terror in people. So like I said, any type of aggressive energy coming towards you at this time is going to be intercepted. Okay? You're not playing battleship with these people. They need to go play with themselves. You know what I mean? It's crazy. And that's all they can do is use their words as a weapon against you. These people can't actually physically come to you. Four of Cups. Because they're so bored with themselves. These people will not ever, ever be interested in what God has for them. That is so strange to me. How they can be so dissatisfied and so self-absorbed. Like, I'm sorry, but, you know, if this is somebody that's in the military that's doing this, or that is attached to the military, or is aggressive, or a gang member, or whatever, because I don't like the Knight of Swords energies. Yeah. They're going to find out that you are stronger than them. That there is no psyops, there is no whatever these people want to do to you. It's not going to happen. Because you've already overcome whatever this is that they have planned with their aggressive dumbass. King of Pentacles. These people are going to try to force you into a contract, make you sign a deal, make you sign something over, make you be bound to them. You're not doing any of that. You don't need a King of Pentacles. You're not desperate and needy like these people wanted you. You're in the energy of fame and success, and you don't have to sell yourself for that. You don't have to sell yourself. You're already here doing the work. The planet needs what you have to contribute. Also, this person, they open themselves up to something that they can't shut the door on now. That's on them. They open themselves up to darkness. Let them be in the darkness. You go within and find the light and pull yourself out of it. Because I can guarantee that whatever this is, it's fabricated and it's not real. It's not real actual depression or anything like that. This is some fabricated bullshit done through hexing, jinxing, cursing, and whatever demonic torment somebody feels that you deserve because you are a worthy prospect in the universe's eyes. So again, let these people do whatever they feel they need to do. Continue to pray. Continue to stand up for yourself. Continue to defend yourself. Continue to defend your public recognition. And just know that whoever these people are, they're not anything to you. They don't mean anything to you. They're not important to you. They don't hold a place in your heart. They're not, you know, they don't have any type of you have to willingly come into covenant and contract with these people for them to be able to do anything that they want to do. And what they want to do is they want to take this work that you do and destroy it. They want to, if they could delete you off of the internet, ban you. That's what these people want to do, is they want to take your work that you're working on and destroy it and stomp it out and kill it, so that you can would never think about getting back up and moving forward. And then these people would feel happy. They've lost interest in what they were here to do as humans. These people have lost interest. Pay attention to what you're doing when you work, because there's a lot of things that happen as distractions that you need to recognize as a distraction. Four of Wands, because you're completing something, you're finishing a mission, you're putting the work out, you're doing what is been asked of you. Exactly. Your future is not defined by your past. You are more than a conqueror. Yes, you are. Absolutely. You are so much more. I also am seeing that this person has tried to do something to make your face break out. Like, they've done a lot. They've done way too much. They want you to be in the limelight, like looking hideous. And God is doing the exact opposite for you. God is actually removing the glamour magic off of these people. And they're going to be seen for who they actually are, like by the general public. And your youth is being renewed. You're going to be growing more youthful and more youthful every day, and more attractive and more beautiful, while they get uglier. King of Wands. This person, they think that they are so much more powerful than you. They also, like, these people are the ones sending all of the turmoil. They're also sitting here laughing at your suffering and laughing at your pain. These people think that it's funny. It's not going to be funny in a second here, though. I can guarantee them laughing at you, making fun of you, you know, treating you poorly. That is not funny. They won't be laughing, you know, they won't be laughing in the future. I'm serious. These people will not be laughing in the future. Sometimes it's really hard. Sometimes it's so hard when people really put things in your face to try and hurt you. Sometimes it's very hard. You just have to be calm and know justice will be served. No matter what, justice will be served. And all of that witchcraft put behind that spell work that they spoke, it will come back on them. These people that are making fun of your suffering, laughing at it like they had a role in it, these people are pathetic. Like they had a role in you suffering. If they did, I can guarantee that these people will go through something much worse, and they will be crying out, and somebody will come and make fun of them and play with their emotions and play with them the same. Bully them when they're in their lowest. And these people are going to be like, why, you know, why am I not protected? Why am I not helped? Why is God not pulling me up? Why can't I get back up? It's like, do you remember all of the thousands of suicide and unaliving spells and all of the murderous, evil things that you did to another person just because you thought it was funny and you're an asshole? Like, this is what these people are going to be like. Literally, the universe is going to be like, you're joking. We're showing you right now why this is all happening. 10 of Swords. Why? And this person's going to be acting like a victim or a martyr. Oh, well, let them. They're going to have 10 swords in their back. Your ancestors will put 10 swords in this person's back. Shit, your ancestors and the angels might do something even worse than that to this person. And the 10 swords is like the ultimate betrayal. Yeah, this person's home life is going to be interrupted. They're going to have to go seek help and therapy. No matter how powerful these people are and safe they feel, trouble will find them. Because what you send out, you do get back. 5 of Wands. And there will be people competing with each other to come for this person. This is like bad luck, hassles, nuisances, greed and lust for your power. It's your power. Obstacles, secret oppositions to their plan. This person, it's like a rival challenges their authority. They may have to resort to underhanded methods to get something pushed through. The underhanded methods, that's the same thing as doing something illegal. This person's like sitting around waiting for you to self-delete. You're going to live a long, healthy life. I don't know what these people are talking about. Literally. They can laugh in prison while serving life sentence. Exactly. Exactly. High Priestess, because you're the one at the end of the day that still has the gifts and abilities. You have the power to say yes and no, and you have the power to see through these people and to see through the things that they have done and said. You're the one that has the power. What do these people have? Literally, what do they have? If you think about it, they don't have anything. Okay, what else do we need to know before we go? Empress. You've risen to the top, the High Priestess to the Empress. You're a loving mother. You are so the opposite of these other people, and you are so much the opposite of even like your mother. Like, you are doing so much better. Seven of Pentacles. These people are competing, sitting around waiting for something to happen to you because they decided to speak some stupid words into creation. Their resources are also depleting, and they feel like they have been ultimately betrayed and made a victim or a martyr. This person is, you can only be a martyr if you're a good person and you die and it means something. These people, when they die, it won't mean anything. It'll just be another death. That's what they forget. They don't even get the opportunity to be a martyr or to be looked at like a victim or be looked at like a saint. These people think that they'll be praised after death. I don't see that happening. Nine of Swords. This is what I see. And this is like, they're not even dead yet. This is just what I see, them being in grief. Because all these people do is care about money and resources and sex and stealing and hurting people and oppressing others. That's all that they care about. That's all they care about. So them being in grief, emotional pain, and deep depression, these people have no idea the amount of suffering and the amount of days you had to spend in bed, the amount of days you couldn't get out of bed, that you couldn't leave the bed, that you were stuck having migraines, crying, dealing with hexes, dealing with demons, that you were being fucking tormented. These people thought that it was funny. They were laughing at that. They're like, oh, every day that they don't show up to work or don't show up to this, it's my spell work working. That's what they think. Every day that These people have no idea what it's like to lose and to suffer. And now you're finally in the season where you're gaining everything back. These people are pissed. What are these cards? The Moon. They're spending their time up under the moon, being tested, secret enemies, liars, all of that. While you're over here in the world, getting an unexpected sum of money, moving forward, getting to move to a new location, buying a house, settling down, whatever this is. Helping the less fortunate. Whatever you give will be returned to you many times over. I think it's funny how these people have never taken into consideration what you do to contribute to the world. They don't think about things like that. They just want to make a joke out of your life trauma. These are the type of people that would write a book about you and not know anything about you and just fabricate everything. Disgusting. Knight of Cups. And they still think that they can send someone in, that you're a desperate person that will just accept any old offer without even blinking or thinking twice. Like, it's good to have people that support you when people like this show up. And if to be quite honest, I don't know how you know this Knight of Cups energy or this King of Wands or this King of Pentacles, but if I were like your family member or someone that cared about you and these people ever tried to play, I would literally get into warrior mode. I would freaking annihilate them with their own energy. I would send everything that they did back and I would anoint every part of your home, and I would pray over every single part of your life. And I would do everything in my power to make sure that these people never, ever get to hurt and harm you again. Or even the fact that they think that they're responsible for that. These people are sitting around waiting to get a positive return for abusing you. Like, that's crazy. 3 of Swords. But what they're going to find out is that they're being betrayed by everyone that they know. Because, again, you can't trust. There is no honor. There is no integrity amongst thieves, backstabbers, betrayers. And you could feel like, oh, my mother didn't want me. Oh, my father didn't want me. Oh, they were not there for me. Oh, my brother, sister hated me. You could feel that way. But again, that's why getting another perspective, okay, is important, so that you can be like, okay, maybe that's not what it was. 10 of Cups. You're getting a happily ever after. What are these people talking about? They're just sad because they're betrayed and heartbroken. They don't get to force you to fall into love with them. You're not, Cupid is going to do what Cupid is going to do. And I'm serious. Anybody shooting freaking arrows at you is going to have those arrows redirected right back to them. And whatever else Cupid decides to do to them, because they should not have been trying to change your heart or the way that you feel about yourself. Remember, these people wanted you to self-delete. For whatever reason, they feel like you should not be alive. Emperor. Possibly because you have a strong relationship with your Father in heaven. Also, you have mastered something when it comes to your life. You have control. You could be drawing in a perfect partnership that's going to be of inspiration. These people are being betrayed by the police. Somebody saw something here that wasn't supposed to be seen, and now the police are going to take action. And these people are not aware that they were seen doing something, whatever this is. Yes, your dad is in heaven. I was picking up on that. Somebody having a father. Oh, maybe that was in the last reading. I think that was in the last reading, actually. But I was just picking up on that. 4 of Swords. Yeah, the police are going to bring this shit to a complete end. Do not fear them. They're here to protect you this time. But yeah, if you were fighting a battle with the police, this is over. These people lost. Okay, what else do we need to know before moving forward? Ace of Pentacles. God has got you. Throughout everything that all these people have done and inflicted upon you, through everything they put you through, God has still got you. That's what you need to know. You still have your higher self. You still have a connection to God within yourself. You possess a lot. You have a lot in your possession that these people will never have. Well, I won't say never. Maybe in another lifetime they'll go within, but they probably won't in this lifetime. You have the Wheel of Fortune. You get to spin this Wheel of Fortune and attain whatever it is that you want. And you have helpers on the other side, angels, deceased loved ones, ancestors, guides that are also helping you with this Wheel of Fortune. You're not doing it by yourself. These people are up under judgment. What they tried to just do to you in the past 48 hours was because they were stuck in their shadow side. They couldn't balance these illusions, and now they're having an unexplainable spiritual event occur around them that they're not liking. And it's called being put up under serious, severe judgment. These people are still disillusioned as to why they're in the tower. Why do they think, like, I would be like, seriously, These people are the dumbest people that have ever existed. They're still wondering why they're in the tower. After doing all of this to you, they're wondering why they're in the tower. Oh, well. Just like these people did not give a fuck about your suffering. Excuse my language. They did not give a rat's butt about your suffering. I don't think you should care about theirs. These people are like, pray for me. Ask God to go soft on me. Da, 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 da. No. No. If it wasn't for God, you probably would have self-deleted if it wasn't for God. We're not asking God to do anything for people that don't deserve it. I'm serious. These people should make a formal apology to you. Page of Pentacles. You've been going through this stuff since you were a child with people being greedy and competitive and weird towards you and backstabbing. It's not new to you, but you're going to protect your children from this type of experience so that they don't have to go through what you had to go through. You're going to make sure that they don't. What else? You could be getting ready to make a major move to a new location, move to a new school, whatever. Ace of Wands. Your fertility is assured. Whatever you put into motion is, you know, it's going to prosper. Yeah, you're going to have your dreams fulfilled. These people are going to be in the Five of Pentacles. I would not help them. If they come towards you and ask for help, do not help them. They have so much bad karma attached to them. These people are going to be asking for forgiveness and help and mercy because they're going to be in the Five of Pentacles, casted away, feeling rejected, feeling unloved, feeling unwanted, feeling exactly the way that they wanted you to feel about yourself. I pray that if you had an ancestor that self-deleted, because there's a lot of self-deletion magic going on here, if you had anybody that suffered because somebody was doing spell work on you, I pray to God that justice be served and that your ancestors be avenged, and whoever lost their life at the hands of themselves because of what somebody else was doing, I pray that that gets dealt with and that justice be served. For all of you, I pray that justice be served in whatever way God wants to serve it. Doesn't have to, and that it's done now, immediately, so that no more people lose their lives and no more people get hurt because of these people. I pray that God shows up and shows out for you in a miraculous way, lifts you up, and does something that we could never even dream that was possible to make things all right. Because I do get that whoever passed away and is on the other side, somebody else's energy had something to do with that. Yeah, joke's on them. It really is. Two of Pentacles. You could be getting downloads and messages I don't feel like it's going to be about these people. I feel like it's going to be about what you've already put into motion, what you've seeded, what you're moving towards. Nobody's going to be able to stop anybody from giving you a message that you're loved. Like, I'm serious. Whatever's fucking with my throat chakra, I cancel and rebuke it. And I ask for discernment, and I ask for God to give a divine intervention on it. But yeah, somebody is not wanting you to receive a message that you are loved, because if you know that you are loved, you can do anything. I'm telling you right now that you are loved. All right, let's get a conclusion. We're at 1 hour and 20 minutes. Let's get a conclusion. 9 of Cups. I like that. I like that as a conclusion. You getting your wishes fulfilled and granted. I like that. I mean, but the thing is that makes me kind of upset is that you getting your wishes fulfilled is not going to undo the past. It's not going to bring the people that you lost back to life. That's not part of possibility, okay? Unless you're a Haitian voodoo person, and the situation would have to be completely different, all right? But literally, what makes me kind of sad and discerned is that it's just like the story of Job. Job had a wife and children that he loved. He lost his wife, his children, his family members. He lost all of his donkeys, his cattle, all of his whatever. He had camels, donkeys, I forget. It was animals. He lost his home. He lost everything, and then was afflicted with more suffering and torment by the devil. If you know the story of Job, well, if you don't know the story of Job, you should research it, because it's definitely relevant. You have been very afflicted, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and now it's time for it to get better. But the thing is like, what's sad about the story of Job is that first wife that he loved is still gone. Those people that he cared about that were taken from him by the devil, being allowed to do that, you know what I mean? Those people are still gone. Your wish fulfillment includes your life getting better, but it doesn't include you being able to have an opportunity back, or get to have a person that was taken from you returned. 6 of Pentacles. These people are losing their momentum. They're losing everything. Limits on their income show no signs of improvement. Bad debts, missed payments. They're out of control financially, passed over for a raise or bonus. These people, their money is lost due to the lack of knowledge. It's a bad time for them to invest. No support for their business or financial plans. Slander or gossip about them circulates. So when you hear this slander and gossip, don't buy into it. Just keep it pushing, okay? The Ace of Swords in the reverse. These people have the lack of protection. They do not have protection from God. That is in the reverse. Lack of concentration and inability to think clearly. Their mind is racing with too many thoughts, distraction, intellectual rut, lack of insight, obstacles. They may need to simplify their life, unable to find work that makes them happy. Frequent job changes, taking shortcuts and cheating someone will have a negative effect on their reputation, which is what they're trying to do. And then the Magician in the reverse, they're not protected from this backfire black magic that's coming at them in their career and every other aspect of their life. Every aspect of your life that was destroyed, everything that you lost, you will gain back 10 times the amount. By the way, the thing that makes Job's story any better is that he gained 10 times the amount of everything that he lost back. He gained it all back and more, and he was allowed to keep it, and nothing from that point on could ever mess with him. But still, Magician in the reverse, this is black magic. These people are not protected. They're selfish and manipulative in a relentless pursuit for money. They attempt to control and deceive others. They don't recognize good opportunities when they see them. They lack clear thinking. They refuse to accept the reality of the situation. No control over bad luck, but it'll eventually go away. Indecision, anxiety, and distraction plague them. Wow. That's what they have to look forward to while you get wish fulfillment. Yeah, these people are not prepared to lose someone that they love. They're not prepared. Page of Cups. They're too focused on the fine things of life, getting what they need, and only caring about themselves. They're not prepared to lose somebody that they love, a child, you know. These people that cause these unalivings in your family, that did this stuff to you, they're not prepared to lose the things that they love. Not at all. They're still laughing, thinking it's hilarious, laughing at your suffering and your pain. They think the shit's funny. They still think it's funny. They're not going to think it's funny when they're forced to sacrifice themselves, when they're forced to self-delete. This Queen of Wands that put this into motion, whoever they are, that wanted to sacrifice you and did sacrifice your family members, they're not going to think it's funny when it's their child, when it's their mother, when it's their father. This is somebody that feels self-entitled and the world is all about them. They're not going to think it's funny when it's them and it's about to be them. They're going to lose something that they really cared about. Knight of Wands. They're going to lose a relationship that was benefiting them so that they could stay stable. They're going to lose everything. I mean it. And they still won't repent or even acknowledge that what they were doing was wrong. Let's get a conclusion. I don't want to even look at this shit anymore. What is going on? What do we need to know moving forward? That these people, their foolish behavior, mocking other people, causing other people torment and suffering, then laughing at it. These people are going to be so unaware when it comes back and it hits them. I hope it was worth it. I hope that it was worth it. Because I demand that God give you justice. I demand that God give your ancestors and the people that were taken off the face of this earth because these people thought it was funny. I demand for justice. I call for it, I summon it, and I demand that it come into your life. I demand it. Queen of Pentacles. You're going to remain abundant. Point blank, period. I demand for justice to be served. And I command it now that these people get their karma now. Not no future lifetime. I don't care about. You will never experience these people and neither will I ever again. I don't care about a future lifetime. I'm demanding that it happen now. If God wills it. But I know that God is a God of love and that God does not like this type of stuff. Okay? That what was going on. Five of Swords, these people are going to continue to try to put themselves first, and they're going to continue to try to destroy you. Why, God? Why? Why? Nine of Wands. They need to prepare for an assault because they're wounded. Why? Two of Cups, because you have a love contract. You have a divine soul contract with the universe. You have a Ten of Pentacles, influence and importance. I guess that's why you get your wishes fulfilled. Is there anything else that we need to know before we close the reading? The Star. You're ushering in a new era. This new era includes justice and wisdom and peace. Knight of Pentacles. Everybody that worked so hard to hurt you and bring you problems, I don't hold any negative feelings towards them. I just want God to serve justice. Three of Wands. Justice is you getting to move forward. That's your literal justice. You getting a new business idea, you starting a new project, you starting a new line of something, whatever it is. Okay? You're going to be in a position of power to where these people are going to be like, how did they get there? Totally confused. Eight of Cups. They have to walk away. Either way, they have to walk away. They're tired of the current situation. They don't even understand what is about to happen. And, you know, this is all we're going to do to look into it. Just know that justice is being served. Your ancestors will be avenged. Okay, the people that lost their lives due to the hands of these people, those souls will be avenged. Judgment Day has been called, which means everything that these people have done to hurt and harm you and anyone else, they will be held accountable for. And you may not see it, but you'll know it. You'll feel it when everything reverses back on them, you know. Good. Continue to follow your dreams. You're going to see it when everything that they did, that you feel it all reverse back on them. And I speak that over your life, that everything that was ever done to you from the moment that you were created to now, anything that was done against you, a family member, or to cause you to self-harm or self-delete or anything remotely even close to that that would be harmful, I ask that it be reversed 100% and entirely in your life, and that you be 100% restored. This is the time where you get restored. These people, this is their time to be in the energy of Job. Let's see if these people are loyal to God when they lose everything. And all they can do is spy. That's all they can do is watch, which means that they can't do anything. Yes, the promises will be fulfilled. That is exactly right. They will be fulfilled. Also, just know that these people, it doesn't matter if they're sorry or not. They don't understand what they did. They don't understand how they hurt you. They don't understand what they put into motion. So they're not going to understand the consequences of what they put into motion either. That's on them. They should have thought a little bit harder before doing any of this to you guys. All right, you guys. So remember, if you want to learn to read cards for yourself and others, I have Vassago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells. The link to this book in the description box below, and the original Rider-Waite deck with the descriptions on the cards. And if you want to know more about this book, go back to the beginning of this reading where I talk about it. Also, The Truth of God is an advanced intuitive living workbook. The link to this book is in the description box below. I've got a link to it in Amazon and a link to it in eKindle. So you guys should be able to access that. Okay, I love you so much. Thank you for making it to the ending of this reading. God bless you guys. Peace be with you. Please like this video, tap the notification bell, make sure you're subscribed, and hype this video if you see that hype button, okay? All right, peace be with you guys. Thank you so much, and God be with you. I'll see you in the next one, okay?